So, yesterday was my appointment, and stuff went better than I thought it would. My spouse wasn't feeling well, so we ended up not having to drive all the way out for her appointment. We went out only for my appointment, and the girls gave me a couple of in-game games. A friend of mine gave me a really impressive present. My brother is sending me some earphones. They're not new headset, but this one shouldn't get any worse because I'm gonna have wireless earphones for listening to stuff, especially when I'm exercising, which is what I am pretty sure is messing up my headsets. My birthday went pretty good, I think. Obviously the highlight was the appointment. So this place, everybody's super nice. Like, every single person. Like, the front desk person, the nurse, the lab worker, which the lab is right there, so you don't have to, like, go to another place for it. I did not freak out, even though I am scared of doctors. Girlfriend went with me, and that helped. But also, I was excited to be there, which is very strange because I also was nervous about being near a doctor, but he was very, very, like, kind. He was not aggressive or mean or anything in any way. It was very thorough, I guess, but it was also very much just talking. He never had to touch me or give me any kind of a physical or something like that. But what he did do was basically really thoroughly ask me about medical stuff, which is fine. I would expect that. I think, he's waiting to make a decision till labs come back, but I think he's leaning toward that I have PCOS and not that I have the congenital adrenal hyperplasia or being intersex, which the other doctor was leaning more toward one of those. So, but that was years ago, like years and years ago. So I don't know. He did offer that if my labs came back and he deemed it abnormal enough that he would go ahead and do an external CAT scan of my abdomen. And I'm more scared of the tests than I am of the doctor at this point, I think, personally. He said no matter what, I will be on T, so that's a relief. There's been a couple of times in my life where my body just randomly decided to be cured of something, and I don't know, I have this fear that my results will come back and my testosterone will be super low or something. And I don't know why I have that fear. And then I have the fear that even if my testosterone's not super low and he decides to go ahead and do the CAT scan, that the CAT scan's gonna show like there's nothing going on and that it's all in my head. I don't know. I don't want to be crazy. But at the same time, to nail things down for a fact would be helpful. He said even with the testosterone numbers that I was showing before, way back in the day, that could still technically fall in PCOS. It's just the very high end of PCOS. So he's leaning more toward that. But he's like, I'm not gonna make any determination until your labs come back. I did great on my labs. A lot of times I struggle with blood because of my anemia and stuff, and I took a lot of iron to 2 days before going. Obviously the day of, I was like, come on, come on, let's give blood. And I did it. I gave all the blood. I was very relieved. It was starting to slow down toward the end, how much blood was coming out, but the lab girl started with the bigger vials because she was smart. She also, no one's ever done this before, and I don't know why, because it worked pretty well. She put a heat pad on my vein so that it would have all the blood rushing to it before she stuck the needle in, and that worked pretty well. I don't know why more people don't do that. Anywho, I went in and I didn't have to fill out a bunch of paperwork and stuff, and it was nice. They just talked to me instead of me having to write down a bunch of things, and filling out paperwork has always been hard for me, and I figured out a little short while ago it was because of all of the having to restate the wrong gender over and over and over again and put the wrong name over and over and over again. So it helped make things more calm. Like, it was very straightforward and simple, and I just went in and it was fine. I can't say that about going to the doctors most of the time. I won't meet my new primary care until December or something, which is fine. I don't really feel like that's any kind of a rush. And then I basically I think, I'm just like, I don't know, all of my stuff hasn't been tested in years. And, like, tested. And, I mean, I got the second opinion, but at the same time, it was a second opinion based on old tests. And this is going to be new tests, so I don't know. I just know my butt. Like, for instance, when I was younger, when I was a teenager and in my early 20s, I had such low blood pressure that it was dangerous. Like, my high number was 80. And somewhere around my mid-20s to early-ish mid-20s, it just went away and I suddenly had normal blood pressure. When I had low blood pressure, like dangerously low since I was like 14. So basically almost a decade, I had this really low blood pressure and then it just stopped for some reason. And I have no idea why. I have a beard still. I still have a little bit deeper voice. I still have, you know, my teeth, and I still have like all these things. So it wouldn't make sense for my testosterone to just magically go down. But at the same time, I don't know, I'm a little afraid of that, which is so silly because there's no reason to be afraid of that other than that my body has just done that before. Like, just been like, hey, you don't have this anymore. He said that won't change that I'm getting testosterone because for him, why I need to be on testosterone is my gender dysphoria. And it wouldn't matter whether I was intersex or not, which is good. That's what, he's supposed to believe. And that is also what I believe. It's just more of a, how crazy am I feeling? I shouldn't link craziness to it, but for whatever reason I do. I don't know if it's because of my birth mother. I don't know if it's because I got condemned my whole life and felt like I wasn't allowed to have like this transition unless that was true. I think I still have a slight bit of a guilt thing going on there or something, maybe. I don't know. But I did the best in that appointment that I've ever done with a doctor, and it went really well. And afterwards we went and got a burger and a shake, got an Impossible Burger, and an Oreo shake, and I haven't had a burger and shake in a long time, so that was exciting. And we mostly just hung out yesterday. We just played games, and we unlocked a little more storyline in one game, and we finished up an event in another game, and I don't know, we just didn't really do any kind of a major party thing or anything like that. We're supposed to go shopping today, but I don't think we can because we didn't get up early enough. And girlfriend has a quiz today, an internship. She needs to work on her project. That is literally a week overdue. She really needs to focus on her school stuff. She has an appointment today, I think. It doesn't make sense, so. Anywho. It's weird because yesterday I was feeling super positive about it, and this morning I weirdly dreamt about shoes all night. But, trying to find some good DCs. Apparently DC is not a super popular brand anymore. I couldn't really find them except at random skateboard shops, which I have not gone to. So, but the normal places I used to get DCs, that are just discount shoe stores and stuff, don't have them. So, yay me, because I have very flat feet and I like the little bit of height that they add. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. But I also am just feeling a little anxious about my test results for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, I should probably get up and start doing stuff and everything for the day. But that was what was on my mind. But it did go really, really well. And I am going to be able to transition. And that's like a relief of such tremendous degrees. I am very excited about that. It's weird to be this excited and also this like hesitant at the same time. It's an interesting dynamic. But yeah, very very satisfied with the rest of it and everything. It went well. I'm happy. Anyway, I'm trying to wake up.